Hi there, this is Steve Gamache and welcome to episode number 19 in my series on how to improve your social media videos. In the last episode we reviewed some less expensive compact fluorescent bulb options for this cool light 3-in-1 fixture that we've got here. It takes 4 bulbs, so we're looking at some less expensive options. Remember that the color temperature is measured in degrees Kelvin, and I'm using a camcorder, a compact camcorder this time for this video instead of my usual Kodak ZI-8 because I want to be able to lock in the white balance on this so I can show you the relative color temperatures in more detail. So I've got this set right now on a daylight color balance setting and it's locked in, and I've got the 5500 degree more expensive compact fluorescent bulbs in here, and so you can see the color balance looks pretty good. If you look at the picture behind me in the wall, you'll get a certain sense of the color. What I'm going to do is leave this color balance just as it is, and I'm going to turn this light off and turn on the incandescent light overhead, and you're going to see a big difference here. Okay, so what I've done is I've turned off my cool light 3-in-1 fixture, I've turned on the overhead room lights and a ceiling fan, and you can see I've left the camera on daylight white balance, so you can see how yellow oranges this is, relatively speaking. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera to tungsten setting, and I'm going to show you what this light looks relative to that. So here's my camera on tungsten light setting. Again, I'm locking in the white balance instead of automatic. Same overhead lights in the room. So this is a tungsten lighting, regular incandescent light bulbs. You can see the overhead light's not too great. I've got a lot of shadows under my eyes, so I need something to fill that in, which is what the other light's for. But I'm going to go ahead and turn off these lights and turn on the daylight balance bulbs, and you're going to see what those look like, relatively speaking. Okay, notice the difference. I've turned off the room lights, the camera's still on tungsten white balance setting, and now I've got my cool light with my standard daylight bulbs in there, and you can see how blue this is. So again, daylight is much bluer, relatively speaking, to tungsten light. So what I'm going to do is, let's say I want to balance the light to the room, and the room's got tungsten lighting in it, and I want to balance that out like in your kitchen or something like that doing a food video. So I'm going to swap these bulbs out for the bright white bulbs that I got from the hardware store, and let's see what those look like and how they would match up tungsten. Okay, so what I've done is swap the light bulbs in my fixture for these bright white 3500 degree Kelvin bulbs, and I've let it warmed up for a few minutes to get the brightness up on the light bulbs. And so this is same color temperature on the camera. So the camera is still locked into a tungsten white balance, and now you can see what this looks like. It's the true colors that it should be. And so this would be really great. In fact, I've got the room lights on now for a little overhead extra light, and so you can see it balances very nicely. So if you're doing a tungsten setup in like a kitchen or something for a food video or something like that, and you've got a lot of tungsten or incandescent lights and you want to match those temperature wise, and you don't have a lot of daylight coming in from windows and such, or it's at night, something like that, go ahead and use a bright white type bulb, 3500 degree K or 3500 K, and that works very, very well for that purpose. If you are going to balance to a daylight color temperature because you've got light coming in from windows and such, you need to balance that, which I often do, then think about getting a daylight set of bulbs, another $10, $11, and then you're all set, and you can swap these bulbs out as needed and be ready for any situation. So 6500K bulbs for daylight and 3500K bulbs for incandescent or tungsten, and you're all set. So for more information and all this, check out my website at sgphotography.com, or you can also go to YouTube at my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/user/SteveGPhotography. See you next time.